Hello, adventurers! Well, we get to go on another very cool nature adventure. And in this adventure, Miss Lacey found some alligators while I was in Sugarland, Texas, visiting my brother. So I actually wore my alligator t-shirt just for fun. So I hope that you enjoy all the cool things you get to see next. If you're going to explore in a pond or a marshy area, it's a good idea to wear rubber boots. Micah found a ton of snails in a nearby pond here in Hastings. We found these large snails around Jensen Lake in Egan, right next to a muskrat den. So we know that muskrats were eating these snails for dinner. This is a really large snail found in Texas called an apple snail, and it's about the size of the palm of my hand. Yuck, it looks like someone put their chewing gum on the pillar, but those big pink clusters are actually snail eggs, and the snails lay them above the waterline so fish don't eat them. This is a common bullfrog we found in Hastings. This turtle was found in Texas, and it's called a red-eared slider. This red-eared slider has a ton of algae growing on his back.
Swimming by the little algae on his back.
All right, adventurers. The next creature we're going to talk about is super exciting, and it's probably my favorite creature that we found right next to the alligator. And this creature is called an alligator snapping turtle. And we're lucky to find it because usually snapping turtles like deeper water. But this one was still fairly young, so it still likes the shallows. And one of the cool things about alligator snapping turtles is this. They have their tongue, but they have a second tongue attached to their tongue that makes it look like a worm. And they use that second tongue and they wave it around like a worm to try and entice fish to come into their mouth so they can eat them. Isn't that cool? So they have a second tongue, a little appendage that looks like a worm, and they entice fish to come in so they can eat them up. That's pretty cool. Here is the alligator snapping turtle, and this one is still really little. Okay, so we're on this trail. We found this really cool little inlet, and right here, snapping turtle. Isn't he neat? He looks pretty happy, just relaxed. Can you see the two wood turtles sunning themselves? In this picture, there's a giant snake called a water snake. It's big and it's black and it's long and scaly and it lives half in the water and half on land. Can you find the water snake in the next picture? It's half hidden. Can you find it? Alright, so our first question is, do you think alligators and crocodiles are the same? If you say no, you are correct. They are different animals. And we can talk about what the differences between an alligator and a crocodile are. So right here we have my amazing drawings. This is an American alligator. And this is a crocodile. And one of the biggest differences about them is that an alligator has a rounded snout because an alligator eats turtles and it needs to crunch through big hard shells. That's one of the things it likes to eat. And this is the crocodile, and the crocodile has a more V-shaped snout. So snout is the same as nose. So this crocodile has a V-shaped nose, and an alligator has a rounded nose or a U-shaped nose. When an alligator closes its mouth, you can't see its teeth. But when a crocodile closes its mouth, it's known for having a very crooked smile because it has these big long teeth that it can't hide, and they always stick out even when its mouth is closed. Now, if you were in Texas, you could definitely find alligators, but where can you find crocodiles and alligators? So, my red marker will show you kind of where you can find alligators in the United States. And they're mostly in Texas, through Louisiana, Georgia, Florida. They're kind of all along the south here is where alligators live. And they prefer fresh water. You can find crocodiles in the United States, but they only live down south in Florida. And it's the only place in the world that alligators and crocodiles live together, is in Florida. But otherwise, crocodiles can be found all throughout the world. So you can find them in Australia and in Asia. You can find them all over the place, all over the world. And maybe the most famous ones are called the Nile crocodile. And they're known for being the most aggressive. Speaking of aggression, if a crocodile and an alligator were to get in a fight, which would win? What do you think? So which one is stronger? The crocodile is actually stronger. And it's made to take down really big prey like wildebeest and zebra and anything it can get a hold of. So the crocodile grows very, very big, and it is stronger. The crocodile also, as we just said, it grows bigger. It grows to be up to 19 feet long, with the biggest one was 24 feet. That is a lot of crocodile. Where the alligator grows to be about 14 feet at its biggest. So the crocodile is also bigger. So it's bigger and it's stronger. And is it faster? Actually, the alligator is faster than the crocodile. So in a fight, the crocodile would most likely win. It's also true that alligators are more geared towards running away when they see humans, where crocodiles are more likely to engage in a fight. So we don't want to be anywhere near either one. What animal is hiding in these reeds? Hint: it has a rounded snout, and this one is just a baby. It's an alligator. This lazy alligator was rising up from the bottom of the lake, and he was not too concerned about anything. He's still pretty yellow in color and very striped looking because he's still a juvenile or a young alligator. There. Alright boys, this is an alligator. Miss Lacey is in Texas. And there's this alligator that's hanging out at the pier.
He rose up from the waters.
Isn't he interesting? He's still kind of a baby. He's not that big yet. Okay, we're back at the nature reserve, and we found an even bigger alligator. And he's in the water, and he's staring directly at a bird over there that's been making some noise. We think he's probably thinking about eating him. Is Micah sitting on an inflatable crocodile or alligator, and how can you tell? If you said crocodile, you're right, because its mouth is closed and you can still see that jagged, toothy smile. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll leave you with this piece of advice. Never wrestle a gator or a croc unless it's inflatable like this one.